Tide Pods, they're the hottest new ingredient in the brewing world. Everybody's doing it. Putting Tide Pods in your beer to give it that extra kick we've all been looking for.
Yeah, so let's dive in, find out what beer pairs best with Tide Pods, and tell you how to not die while brewing with them. Oh, wait, tell you how they make your beer taste better.
So start your laundry and stay tuned. So to start with a few styles, I can think of a sort of abstract style that these would go phenomenal in as a straight up mash addition. So I think original Tide Pods would be great in a Gose. Thing with Goses is they're naturally sort of salty, sort of briny, and I think that the extra saltiness and soapiness added to that mash would really help with the overall balance of the mash that would come through beautifully in that final beer.
You immediately got your mineral addition with the original Tide Pod, so it's gonna be a perfect addition for a Gose style. Let's break down the recipe for you. What do we got?
5 pounds wheat, 5 pounds Pilsner. We're gonna do probably a fairly high mash temperature with that, maybe 155, 160 degrees, get a little bit for some of the sour bugs to chew on.
Keep some haze.
Yeah, essentially no boil.
So yeah, I'm thinking methodologically, we're gonna take our mash, we're gonna cool it down to about 120, depending on what kind of strain of lacto you're gonna add. Then you're gonna add the lacto, let it ride for a little bit, and then maybe once the pH gets down to what, 4.2 or something like that, then add the rest of your yeast and let it go.
Yeah, that should make a phenomenally balanced, briny Gose.
Yeah, and check out a full recipe in the link below. Let's go on to our second style, which we think is going to be phenomenal with the Spring Meadow Tide Pods.
Spring Meadow is totally a hop forward beer. You know that with a name like that, it's going to bring out any kind of hoppy, somewhat soapy character in that beer. So I think these need to be dry potted for sure.
Definitely a dry pot addition. We're thinking a nice simple pale ale. Let's focus more on the pod and the hops and less on the malts. So let's go maybe 95%, just your basic 2-row, and then a little bit of a wheat or dextrin type malt to build out that body and really increase that head retention, because you're really going to want to smell the Spring Meadow brightness.
Exactly, yeah, we want that aroma to come through, so these are not going to be, something that we're going to boil. What would you think though for hops beer?
To go with the Spring Meadow, I think you need a little bit of the classic, that general floral cascade, but I'm also thinking add something that's maybe new and exciting to the top of it to kind of give it some more oomph.
So maybe something like Laurel would actually work really well with that.
That'd be a perfect addition for that.
I think so, yeah, maybe some Cascade, some Laurel. Definitely put, how many pods would you say to, dry pod this with? Just one, or you think just load it up?
I would load it up. I would go 2 or 3 pod dry pod for a 5-gallon batch. I've tried it with just the 1 pod before, and you do get some of that nice Spring Meadow character, but if you want it to be assertive as a nice springtime fresh beer, you might want to go 2 or 3 pods.
There you have it. So, dry podding a simple pale ale with some Tide Pods. Sounds like a great addition to your recipe. We also not only design recipes for you to brew, but we also love to do pairings and try other beers here. So in front of me, I've got from 10 Barrel Brewing, the Northwest Pale Ale Trail Beer. And Trail Beer and Spring Meadow, how can those two not go together?
Just picture that. You're prancing through a meadow, frolicking, if you will, a babbling brook going by. You smell that fresh fragrance of, spring flowers and Tide Pods. You finish up your meal of Tide Pods, what do you want to go with it? You gotta have something to wash it down.
You sure do. Nothing better than a pale ale, especially something from 10 Barrel that's gonna be probably changed over the years a little bit and could use a little extra boost from that Tide Pod.
That's right. All right, let's dive in.
Yeah, and you really just get that instant waft of Spring Meadow coming from it. Nothing better than opening up a fresh package of ingredients for beer.
That's right. I can't wait to try our dry potted version. Oh man, that just smells like fresh spring gummy bears.
Very, very potent on the aroma, I have to admit. I should not have taken that big of a whiff.
Always second guessing our 3 dry pod. Cheers.
Cheers. Boy, the explosion of flavor in your mouth there.
Yeah, it's almost like a gusher.
Oh, yeah, yeah, that's... Whoa, wow, that was... Those definitely pack a punch, you know? It's...
You know, everything you expect, though. It's a bright, refreshing snack, and I think we need something to wash it down with.
We certainly do, certainly do.
So, in this, automatically, you know, the aroma's a little bit subdued, but this is a drier, brighter beer. Goes great with those fresh, popping flavors from the Tide Pod.
It seems to really blend with that sort of aftertaste I'm getting in my mouth of a sort of kind of acrid, caustic character. This really blends nicely with it.
Perfect pairing. And you know, to balance out that kind of caustic, beer is going to be slightly acidic, so something on that tartar end is going to give you a really good pH balance.
There you go. So
if you're into holistic foods, you know it's all about body pH.
So Peter, what do we got going on for our next beer pairing?
So our next beer pairing is to go with the original Tide Pod. The original Tide Pod, oh, it's a classic. You know, that standard juiciness, but yeah, of course that spicy, chemically taste that you've grown to love. Cheers. Dink. So yeah, classic spicy, bright, big, bold flavors. And you know what they say, the best kind of beer to pair with those spicy flavors is gonna be?
Gotta go with an IPA.
So today we have for you the No Lie Born and Raised IPA, available locally here in Spokane, and I believe they distribute pretty far as well, so you might be able to get them no matter where you are.
There you go.
Let's dig in.
This is a very classic West Coast IPA with a heavy malt backbone to it.
And you know, that's good because there's definitely some savory components and a lot of aggression behind the Tide Pod, so you might need a little bit more of that meatiness in the beer itself to stack up to it.
No Lie Born and Raised IPA.
Born and raised.
So immediately you get that crystal sweetness, but then you've also got some of those, you know, resinous, piney notes that are dancing in the background of that. But really, the Tide Pod seems to elevate this beer to another level, honestly. I mean, it's...
Definitely, yeah.
It's coming through with... I mean, what is that character I'm getting from it that it's really adding?
It's that bold, zesty, spicy, almost savory note that you get of a lot of those similar chemicals, definitely. And that, you know, the crystal backbone in this IPA definitely stacks up to that. And you get a little extra assertion from all the pine and sharp notes on top.
There you go. Born and Raised IPA with Tide Pods.
Perfect for the original Tide Pod, guys. Thank you for watching, guys. If you have any idea of a good beer to pair with these Tide Pods or a recipe that you think would go great with these Tide Pods, please comment to us from whatever hospital you're currently staying in.
And as always, please like and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Otherwise, if you want to support us, we have some e-stores that we will put links to down below. Until next time, grab a Tide Pod and enjoy.
Cheers, guys. That's right, tweet at us from the hospital that you're currently in.
Your burp smells like Tide.
But which one? Spring Meadow? I'm hoping Spring Meadow. How do you open this mother? You can tell we use Tide Pods a lot. How does this? You like push down on it? Oh, I see.
Roll pods.
Tide Pods, you genius motherfuckers.
They Peter-proofed it.